NYPD from both the 105 Uniform Task Force. They both converged down on the administrative support. I have to go on the record and say that the APs were phenomenal, phenomenal. They were amazing, as well as the teachers, as well as the students.
Okay.
So this was it was textbook in a way that it was ran and handled from top to bottom. The problem is that, as we all know, emergencies happen at all sorts of times, given times, and the circumstances don't always line up the way we want them to line up, or we think it should line up. So it took us in a different route that we had to spend a little bit more extra time triaging a certain area or contingency group. And we did that. We made sure we went from A to Z. We didn't leave no stones unturned. And some parents were probably upset because we kept even some of the kids even back further or longer based upon us being more thorough in our triaging and search and things of that nature, and our questioning, so on and so forth. You know, I know some parents are upset with the fact that administration should have questioned in front of them and things of that nature. But you know, you got to understand, time is of the essence, and all I'm concerned about is one, that we get our hands on the weapon or the device if we have one, and two, that it doesn't go off and hurt somebody in here. So that I don't have time to call 600 sixth grade parents or whatever the case may be, and then have to deal with custody battles. Who can I speak to? Who I can't speak to? In order to get to the, we had to do this as quickly as possible.
Can you tell us what happened? Can you start and tell us what happened? Because I understand what happened, how you handled it after, but I feel like we're getting conflicting information.
Okay, so tell me the information you have, and then I'll share, and I'll tell you what's.
Okay, so my understanding is that there was a sixth grader that had a gun, that kids saw this gun, and the gun was not recovered.
Device. Wasn't a gun.
Okay, well, you asked me to tell you what I heard.
Okay, yeah, right.
So,
no,
from there.
Correct you as we go along.
Oh, okay. So
right.
no, I'd rather you just tell me straight up what it is that happened, or what the story is that you guys heard.
We had,
so
we had an older child, an 8th grader, who came upon a group of little 6th graders hanging out, playing show and tell. She assumed or thought it could have been a gun, but it could have been a pencil case, it could have been anything, a toy, whatever the case may be. So we didn't know, so we had to act upon it as if it was the real thing.
And that means you, school safety officers, start searching the building for the gun.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
You identify the gun?
Yes,
well,
I
is it
can't share
NYPD
that
or is it just at the same time, or did they start a preliminary?
You do know who the child is.
We know, let me say this. We know who the alleged child is. Okay? We know who the alleged child, because it could be your child. And we ain't gonna just assume that it's your kid based upon just one or two children saying, oh, your daughter
So
or
you
your
don't have
son.
a child that you're questioning that on?
No, we have a group of children that we're concentrating on and we're working with. We can't just say that it's that child and that's who it is, because why? We didn't have the device, or whatever that device or situation was. We don't have it in our possession, or she didn't have it in her possession, and we got to the bottom of it. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is this: we have a name that was given to us. We started to concentrate all our efforts based upon the information that was shared with us. And it's at this point that we're still unraveling this onion all the way through.
So,
But penal code and chancellor's regs or discipline codes are two different things. So maybe one thing may not work under the penal code, we still may be able to discipline under the discipline code. So there's going to be a discipline from this when we get to the bottom of it. The problem is that, one, we're in the business of raising children up and young people. So if this child did something that was inappropriate or not right, we're not at liberty to share who that child is with you. Okay?
We don't
Because
want.
we
I
have
don't
to
want to know. I don't
protect
need to
them
know who the
as
kid
well. Just the mere fact of me even mentioning that it's a female is really wrong. Because again, she has the right, if it is this young lady, she or the group of young ladies have the right for a full instructional career process, you know? And it's, again, like I said, it can be anyone's child in this room because children do crazy stuff. And we can't put nothing past them. All we can do is support them, teach them, guide them, and try to uplift them and enlighten them as well so they'll know not to do something like this. Okay? So this is not, this here 109 is not PS40 or ISA. We dealt with 40 and ISA and a couple other schools that we're not at liberty to tell you that hasn't hit the news, but we put the kibosh on.
Okay.
This is not that.
But also, I want to jump in real quick.
Please, Gibbs, do.
You know kids, and we know the story that there was no gun confirmed. But if I tell you today is Monday, tell him that. You're going to tell him today is Monday +1. Then as the story goes on, it gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
So you're confident, just want to make sure I'm understanding, because there was no device found, your assumption is that there was never one.
I would never just jump right there.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
would not say that.
because my
You have a
concern is
child in
if there
elementary
was a
school?
gun,
You have a
right?
baby in
No,
elementary
I
school?
don't. Here, let me finish my point. If there was a gun and it was hidden, in theory, it could still be in the school right now.
No, if it couldn't be hidden in the school, it could have possibly given to somebody else and they got it out the building, possibly, but not hidden in the school. Because we, like again, we went from basement to roof, floor to floor, A to Z, locker to locker.
You,
radiators.
along with the police department,
Correct.
school safety and the police department, did this search.
So it's supposed to be a police report.
Well, there was no crime committed. There's only going to be a report if there was a crime.
Or if the police were called.
If there's an allegation in any school, we'll shut it down. It's called a lockdown. You lock it down, you take it from, like you say, from A to Z to secure that the threat is not here. And that's what we did. So there won't be a police report because there's no crime. Now, we have our paperwork that we do. Huh?
It doesn't have to be a crime to have a police report.
Sir, it really does. Like, you just can't.
You can't attach it. You got to
You can't,
attach it.
like-
But when the police are contacted, there's a record of them being contacted
Right.
by the school, right? Because
We
there's
have
no
the
record of police being contacted.
Who
So
says?
someone I spoke to.
No, if they're
There you
here.
go. Like you said, taking information.
That's why I'm
from
here to
somebody.
get the
Yo,
information from you,
Right, so let
gentlemen.
me
That's
tell
why
you,
I'm
let
here.
me
So
tell you,
please don't
the
get offended.
DOE
I'm here to get information
the
about my school,
DOE
the school, and for my
the
child.
The DOE, we have a record. We place a record,
Okay.
okay?
When the police is
NYPD
dispatched, though, there's a record, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Every
NYPD,
incident in the school has to be called
they
in.
have
Okay.
a logbook.
Right.
And it's in the logbook. It's in the logbook at Central. It's in the logbook over the command center.
Central, the command board, NYPD,
Yeah.
all-
So it goes through there. So now,